Hello friends, in today's video, let us learn about the position of Fermi level in an intrinsic and extrinsic semiconductors. So in the last video, we derived the equations for the carrier concentration in a semiconductor. The electron concentration was found to be N equal to Nc into exponential minus of Ec minus Ef by Kt, where Nc was defined as 2 into 2 pi Me star Kt divided by h square whole raised to 3 by 2. Now the concentration of holes was found to be P equal to Nv into exponential minus of Ef minus Ev divided by Kt, where Nv is equal to 2 into 2 pi Mh star Kt divided by h square whole raised to 3 by 2. Here Me star is the effective mass of the electron within the crystal and Mh star is the effective mass of holes. Now, in order to find the Fermi level in an intrinsic semiconductor, let us use our knowledge that the concentration of electrons and holes are equal in an intrinsic semiconductor. So N equal to P, which is equal to Ni for an intrinsic semiconductor. So we can equate these equations 1 and 2 to find the Fermi level. So equating those two equations, we get Nc into exponential minus of Ec minus Ef by Kt is equal to Nv into exponential minus of Ef minus Ev by Kt. Now taking the exponential terms to the one side, we get Nv by Nc. I am taking this Nc to the right hand side and taking this term to the left hand side. Nv by Nc is equal to exponential of 2Ef minus Ec minus Ev divided by Kt. So if I take this exponential to the other side, it will be in the denominator. So taking that term to the numerator and combining all the factors within the exponential together, this can be simplified as given in this equation. Now taking logarithm on both sides, it will be logarithm of Nv by Nc is equal to 2Ef minus Ec minus Ev divided by Kt. Now simplifying this equation, we can get Ef is equal to Ec plus Ev by 2 plus Kt by 2 into logarithm of Nv by Nc. This equation can be simplified as given in this equation. Now substituting for Nv and Nc from the previous equation, here we have already equation for Nc and Nv which are very similar, and substituting for Nc and Nv and cutting out many terms, we will get Ef is equal to Ec plus Ev divided by 2 plus Kt by 2, 3 Kt by 4 logarithm Mh star by Me star. So here you can just simplify by substituting Nv and Nc, and the power term will be converted into the coefficient due to the law of logarithm. So this is the equation for the Fermi level in an intrinsic semiconductor. So if we assume that the effective mass of the electron Me star is equal to Mh star, under this assumption, this equation will be simplified as Ef is equal to EC plus EV by 2, because the second term will be 0 if mh star is equal to mE star, because log 1 is 0. So what is the meaning of this equation? What will be the position of Fermi level according to this equation? So if in an intrinsic semiconductor, under the condition mE star equal to mh star, the Fermi energy will be exactly in the middle of the conduction band and the valence band. So as we see in this picture, we have the conduction band. This is the lowermost part of the conduction band, and this is the uppermost part of the valence band. And if mE star equal to mh star, then the Fermi level will be exactly at the middle of the energy gap, Eg. EC plus EV by 2 will be the position. So as we have seen, in an intrinsic semiconductor, the Fermi energy will be almost at the middle of the energy gap. If mE star is equal to mh star, it can be approximated to be at the exactly at the middle of the energy gap, at the middle of EC and EV. Now let us try to find the positions of the Fermi level in an extrinsic semiconductor. So similar to the mathematical formulations that we have already done, in the case of an n-type semiconductor, we can find the position of the Fermi level to be at EFN is equal to ED plus EC by 2 plus KT by 2 into logarithm ND by NC. So let us explain the different terms here, especially the term ED. When we dope an intrinsic semiconductor with donor atoms, we are actually converting an intrinsic semiconductor into an extrinsic semiconductor or an n-type semiconductor. So when we add donor atoms, the material will be converted into n-type semiconductor. So during this addition of the donor atoms, the energy levels of an intrinsic semiconductor will be modified. The donor atoms that are added will create an additional energy level near to the conduction band, and this energy level, called the donor level, is filled with electrons that are donated by the donor atoms. So those electrons that are brought by the donor atoms, the valence electrons of the donor atoms, actually occupies these energy levels. And since they are very close to the conduction band, these electrons can easily pass into the conduction range and start conducting. That is why when we add donor atoms, there are plenty of electrons all of a sudden in the crystal, because they are excited by even a very little amount of energy. So the addition of donor atoms into an intrinsic semiconductor creates a donor level called ED in the semiconductor, and the valence electrons of the donor atoms actually occupy this donor level. So ED represents the new level, the donor level that is added by this added impurities, this donor atoms. And since donor atoms are usually positively charged because they are ionized, because they release their valence electrons into the system, let me represent plus charge at this level. That level actually corresponds to the level brought by the donor atoms. So according to this equation, the Fermi level of an n-type semiconductor falls in the middle of the donor level and the conduction band, provided that ND is equal to NC. If ND and NC are equal, NC is the constant that we have defined earlier, ND is the constant corresponding to the n-type semiconductor, and if they are equal, the second term will be 0. And what will be the position of the Fermi level? It will be exactly at the middle of the conduction band and the donor level. So let us see that. So here you can see the energy levels of an n-type semiconductor. Here it is the valence band. Above we have the conduction band, and near to the conduction band an additional donor level is being created when it is stopped. And where will be the position of the Fermi level? It will be at the middle of the donor level and the conduction band. So the Fermi level will be near to the conduction band in an N-type semiconductor. Similarly, in the case of a P-type material, the equation for the position of the Fermi level in a P-type semiconductor is given by EFP is equal to EA plus EV by 2 plus KT by 2 logarithm NA by NV. NA and NV are constants. NV is the previously defined constant and NA is the constant corresponding to the acceptor impurities. Now here EA actually correspond to the acceptor level, the energy level brought in by the acceptor atoms. So as we have discussed earlier, in the case of a P-type semiconductor, when we add impurities by adding more number of acceptor atoms which are negatively charged because they accept electrons from the system, an additional level is created, and this energy level corresponding to the acceptor atom, this acceptor level is near to the valence band, and the Fermi level, according to this equation, if NA is equal to NV, the Fermi level will be exactly at the middle of the acceptor level and the valence band. So the Fermi level indicated by these yellow dots will be near to the valence band in the case of a P-type semiconductor. So we have seen here the Fermi level in three different cases. First one is the intrinsic semiconductor. In that case, the Fermi level is exactly at the middle of the valence band and the conduction band. In the case of a N-type semiconductor, the additional level is created due to the donor atoms ED, which is near to the conduction band, and the Fermi level is exactly at the middle of the donor level and the conduction band. So Fermi level will be near to the conduction band. In the case of a P-type semiconductor, the equation is as given in this equation, and the acceptor level is formed when acceptor atoms are added, which is near to the valence band. The Fermi level in the case of a P-type semiconductor is in the middle of the acceptor level and the valence band. So Fermi level will be closer to the valence band. So I hope that this portion is clear for you. I hope that you got an understanding about the position of Fermi level in an intrinsic semiconductor and an extrinsic semiconductor. Thank you.